the very pointy steeple of Hever Church in Kent.
Is it open? Yeah, it's open. Let's have a look. To the front of the church where the altar is, and then just on the other side is the tomb of Anne Boleyn's father. And then just at the side over here, this is the tomb of one of his young sons. And you've got the cross screwed in here. And the little inscription. This is the only way that we know that Anne Boleyn had another two brothers who died young. So look, it's not a very big grave, is it? It's quite small. It must have been a baby, mustn't it? Very, very young child from the size of the stone here. There's the H, E, N, R and the Y. The son of Thomas Boleyn. No date on here. Let's continue looking at what else I found out about this. Alison Weir's just talking here. It's often claimed that two of Anne Boleyn's brothers died of infants. The cross brass of young Thomas Boleyn in Penshurst Church. Henry's grave is marked by another cross brass adjacent to his father's tomb in Hever Church. The tombs are so small, I think these must be infants. This is on the Anne Boleyn Files. You may remember my post a few weeks ago about that Thomas Boleyn the Younger, brother of Anne Boleyn, buried at St John the Baptist Church, Penshurst. There is Penshurst. In that post I explained that author and historian Alison Weir was claiming in her latest book that this Boleyn brother did not die in infancy but actually lived until adulthood and died in 1520. As I explained before, I was puzzled by this conclusion, as I've always believed that Thomas's tomb was that of an infant, just like his brother Henry Boleyn's at St Peter's Church, which is a tiny tomb marked by a simple cross, yeah. As someone who is researching the Boleyns on a daily basis for the Anne Boleyn Files and my book, I just couldn't let this rest. So I made it my mission to find out more about the lost Boleyns. I really like somebody who is like a dog with a bone, because I'm like that. All of this blew up while I was on the Anne Boleyn experience in July. I love it. It blew up. I love it. So the Anne Boleyn Files contacted Alison Weir to ask about the 1520 date, contact the author of the church guide about the 1520 death date, and research parish records for Sir Thomas Boleyn's death date. So the results of initial investigations. Claire and I concluded that the size and style of the tomb suggest that Thomas and Henry Boleyn were indeed infants, and that the circa 1520 date was the date of the brasses rather than the date of the death. Claire found mention of the controversy on Alison Weir's website, her page about her latest book on Mary Boleyn. Alison says, brasses were often small even for adults, so the size of this brass does not necessarily indicate that Thomas Boleyn died in infancy. Indeed, he is likely to have been the eldest son. And look, that is true, brasses were really small, but the tomb slabs were not. So I don't think this is correct. Weir also states that she contacted the Ashmolean Museum to find out the date. No one knows where the date of 1520 comes from. I just think it sounds rubbish, because we don't know. Who dated it stylistically? Now, visitors to the Anne Boleyn Files over the past 2.5 years know that I don't participate in author-historian bashing, and that I'm always respectful of them, no matter how much I disagree with them. However, I'm finding it hard to take Alison Weir seriously on this matter. Oh dear, this sounds a bit brutal, doesn't it? Here are the reasons why I've lost a little of my former respect for her. I think this is going a bit far, isn't it, over this one brass thing? But anyway, Weir argues that the tombs must date after 1509 because the inscriptions refer to Sir Thomas Boleyn as their father. This can be explained by the brasses being placed on the tombs later. Yeah, no, absolutely, I'd say that too. Please believe me when I say that I've not written this to discredit Alison Weir's work or her reputation in any way. I just cannot agree with her theory on Thomas Henry Boleyn. Well, I mean, I think Alison Weir is wrong, to be fair. But don't lose any respect for Alison Weir. I am puzzled, bemused, and a little cross about the whole thing. Oh, don't be cross. I hope she's not cross now. So on this article from 2013, Clare Ridgway, who does the Anne Boleyn Files, she has talked about the brasses of Henry and Thomas Boleyn. And you can see, she's just got images of the two here, which we have looked at. But look, side by side, you can clearly see that they're so similar, aren't they? And the whole shape of this brass here on this stepped platform and this one here, this just shows that this is all a replacement, isn't it? This bit here was clearly the same as that originally. So that is all new. I mean, this stepped cross business. Well, anyway, something else to research as well.